which exceeds already the outflows that occurred all of last year. The Russian stock market is down almost 15% this year, making it the worst performing among major emerging market economies this year. The Russian ruble has depreciated almost 9% against the dollar since January 1st. Again, the worst performing currency among major emerging markets over the same period. These negative developments led Standard & Poor's to downgrade Russia's credit rating to BBB-, which is just one step above junk grade status. Last but not least, Russia's GDP growth is slowing. The Russian central bank recently downgraded its own 2014 growth projection to less than 1%. Secretary Kerry reiterated last week that there is still time for Russia to change course, but that window is narrow. President Putin and Russia face a very fundamental choice. If Russia chooses the path of de-escalation, the international community, all of us, will welcome it. If Russia does not, the world will make sure that the cost for Russia will only continue to grow, unquote. Turning to this region, ASEAN has its own Treaty of Amity and Cooperation. Key principles in that treaty include perpetual peace, respect for sovereignty, renunciation of the threat of use of force. Our region, the Asia-Pacific, must defend these principles, not just in the abstract, but whenever these principles are ignored, especially when the aggressor is one of our region's own members. This region has its own territorial tensions. If we are to avoid war or conflict in Asia, all countries must agree to follow international rules and norms, and all countries need to resolve disputes peacefully. Our region will not enjoy peace, it will not thrive economically if big powers behave like Russia and try to define borders through unilateral actions. In conclusion, the events in Ukraine are an important wake-up call for all of us. Everything we have stood for 40 years as a community of free nations is at risk. And I encourage all of you here at the University of Indonesia, as Indonesia's future leaders, to speak up for Ukraine, for its democracy, its freedom, and its sovereignty. Finally, let me just say that this event would not be complete if we did not also hear the perspective from Ukraine. So I'd like to just say, first of all, how happy we are that Ambassador Pakila is here. And if you'd like to just invite him to say a few words from my time to defend whatever he'd like to say about Ukraine as well. So again, thank you so much for the opportunity to participate.